Race day. I am riding out to Nunda again. Today is the White Ribbon event. It's for domestic violence and violence against women, so it's a good cause, good charity, and pretty excited to be a part of it. So it's just a crit race. Hopefully I just finish the race, have fun, get some good vlog footage and put a good vlog together for the guys at Life Cycle. So yeah, keen. Starting to get slightly nervous. I don't know why. I just always get like nervous before a race when I know that all I want to do is just have fun and finish. Fuck, what's that smell? I'm just coming up to the Gateway Bridge, I guess, and then over and into Nunda. Yeah. Big shout out to Life Cycle Cycling Club for putting on this event and supporting women's cycling. It's pretty cool. It's nice to see that there are women's only events and there's more and more of them these days. A lot of the time we do get mixed in with the men, and I mean it's good racing, but it can get a bit dangerous. So just made it to Nunda. And I've signed on, got my number here, 219, and I think this is the ladies coming around now. Putting the camera down because I'm going to get ready shortly. Mum's here. She got her hair keratin straightened, and now it's really light, so she's trying not to see anyone with her hair. That's why she's got a hat on. Alright, so this is coming up to the lap for the preem, as I normally do. These women came through and I was like, yeah, I'll sit these girls' wheel. I didn't want to go off the front like I have in the past because these girls are quite strong. And the girl up the front, to the left rather, I've heard that she had a pretty good sprint, so I was like, well, I'm going to sit on her wheel. And the girl in front of me contested and came second for the sprint last week, so I was like, these two girls I need to watch. But then again, I didn't want to get stuck behind people, so we were all sort of sitting next to each other. I decided to take this chick's wheel because she starts pulling forward, and the girl next to me then takes her wheel as well. I lost it, and then I don't know what I was doing. So I ended up taking this girl's wheel with the giant Envy, but yeah, I was still pretty happy with my position. I mean, coming third in the line, third wheel for the preem was a good position to be in. So coming around this last corner before the straight, it was a pretty strong headwind. It was a bit of a southeasterly, so that corner is right on southeasterly. So coming down the straight, we had a massive tailwind. So I decided, yep, I'm gonna pull out now and just go. The girls in front of me obviously hadn't reacted. I don't know about the girls behind me, but I think one girl behind me decided to pull out and chase, and she got pretty close, but as you can see, pushing 500, 600 watts down the straight, still came in for the win for the preem, and that was pretty cool. So now this one is coming up to 2 laps to go. This is where it all sort of fell apart. So the lady on the front in the red, she was just drilling it And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to sit behind this lady and need to cool it down. I don't want to be up the front for the last lap. But turns out I did end up being up the front for the last lap. It was a good idea anyway. So this lady, the blue lady that goes off the front, she was sort of like chasing and hitting, trying to make breaks throughout the whole race. So I was like, oh, I don't know if she's capable of it. Lady on the yellow bike was cooked. She'd just been smashed on the front. She was killing it. I don't know. She's just having a good time, I guess. But yeah, I was like, I'm gonna take her wheel and just cruise through. She's a good windbreaker, so I was just sitting cruising behind her, barely doing anything. And we're only going about 33 kilometers an hour into a headwind. So it wasn't too stressful. You can see my heart rate's only like 180 beats per minute, 182. So I'm not, like, I'm still a good 20 or 30 beats per minute away from where I, could potentially be at. Coming around this last straight, well, towards the bell, this lady was getting a bit cooked and I was like, alright, you've done enough. So I pulled off in front of her and started to, control the group from the front. There's a lady that came up beside me here, and her and I were just cruising in for the bell lap, and it was all lovely. We were happy on the front, sitting. We slowed it down so that we could recover a little bit before the last lap, and the ladies behind us, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but they were pretty cooked. One of them was pretty cooked, so here we go, coming up to the bell, and then in a couple of seconds rather, there was a massive crash behind us. So we pulled off the gas. We were like, I don't know what to do. This is us coming into the where the crash happened after the lap. We just decided, nah, we're not contesting for this sprint because it's dangerous. And yeah, there were quite a few people down. I think there was about 5 people down, and then 3 of them got taken away in an ambulance. So it was pretty bad, and that's what happened. There was a small crash, and 3 people got hurt. They're not like completely injured, but there's an ambulance here now, and they're gonna take someone away. But it's unfortunate. It was on the last lap, on the bell lap, so I'm a bit disappointed. We're all a bit disappointed. We're all a bit disappointed with that. How are you going, April?
I'm good. I wasn't doing anything. What were you doing, April?
April was just thrusting into the camera. But anyway, I think everyone is relatively okay, and it's a bit disappointing. I'm just going to say that I won the Prem. Put that out there.
Therefore the overall winner.
I did. So this is coming up to the bell lap. They decided to give us 2 laps. So the first lap we just took super easy, and everyone was a bit shaken from the crash, so we all took it really easy, and didn't try to go off the front or anything. But that all changed as soon as the bell went. Everyone just went full race mode. This is the B grade guys coming around us again, so we're sort of like, oh, we'll just leave that. One lady now decides, nah, I'm gonna take this opportunity to sprint off the front, and I was like, God, I've got to chase this because it's the last lap. Normally I would have just let her go, but I was like, oh God, I have to chase this. So lady in the blue decided to chase her and sit her wheel. It was actually a bit of an effort to chase her because it was into a headwind, so kudos to her for doing that. I definitely wouldn't have done that particular manoeuvre because I knew that the girls behind me, we'd all been waiting around for about half hour, 45 minutes for the ambulance to leave, so we were all pretty fresh, but my legs just felt like crap. I knew they were just feeling heavy off the race and having that rest, and even though we'd sort of warmed up before this, I definitely felt like crap. I didn't know if I could even pull off a sprint, so yeah, chasing this woman down was probably a good warm-up. So yeah, I chased her down. She got smashed into this headwind. I don't know if it's just because she's a bit of a bigger rider than I am, and I just took it, but yeah, so I jumped on her wheel into the straight. This is a guy we're going around right here. And yeah, so I just took off in my usual spot and just sprinted down the whole straight. So yeah, I could see a couple of girls behind me and I was just like, oh, I've just got to push it. It still doesn't feel like a pretty good win just because it feels a bit bittersweet because of the crash and everything. And would I have won in the other lap? Who knows? So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Just cruising home now. That was a bit of a bittersweet ending to that race. So after that crash, I don't know if you could hear, so after that crash they decided to let us do 2 laps, and that's all. So 1 lap we did easy. Second lap, as you saw in the footage, the lady just went off the front, so I had to chase her. But anyway, it was okay. This guy went past me. Anyway, so heading home now into a headwind, feeling a bit weird about that win, but oh well, it'll be fine.